Hi, everyone, and welcome to IT 2670 C++ Programming. My name is Peter Grappentine, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. I have our syllabus pulled up here, but before getting into it, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a software developer for 6 years now, a little over 6 years. For the first 2 years, I was a web developer for Progressive Insurance, and for the past 4 years, I've been a mobile developer for Progressive Insurance. When I was a web developer, I worked on the quoting website, and as a mobile developer, I've worked on the Progressive Insurance mobile app that you can download in the Android, in the Google Play Store, or in the iOS App Store. So, just to get into it a little bit, our course is going to be 100% online. We're going to have sort of a 3-part weekly structure to the course. So each week you'll get a video tutorial or a series of video tutorials that I make. In those tutorials, I'll be doing either a live coding example or I'll be going over a previously written coding example. These videos will cover a topic or two in C++. After that video is out there and released for you to view, you'll also get, accompanying it, a very short 5 to 10 question quiz. The questions will be very direct and they'll all be either true or false or multiple choice. You'll also get a coding assignment. This coding assignment will be a very short program that demonstrates your knowledge and your ability to implement the concept covered in the tutorial video. Now, the assignments will also cover previously topics from previous videos as well. That's sort of just the nature of software development. It would be very difficult to assess your skill in something like functions without also touching on the concept of a variable, or you needing to use a variable in the creation of these small programs. So the quiz will be strictly on the topics covered in the tutorial video. The coding assignments while they'll start off by I'll just assess your ability to do a variable. When we move on next to the next topic, it'll be, functions, and then also a variable you'll need to be able to code. So everything for the assessments, the coding assessments, will build on each other. So that's the general 3-part structure for each week. You'll get a tutorial video, a very short quiz, and a small program to make. They'll all center around the same concepts. So just scrolling down, we can see in our syllabus this sort of weekly 3-point structure here. In total, you'll have 12 coding assignments, and they'll be worth 20 points each. The entirety of the course will have 480 points. The 12 assignments at 20 points each will equal 240 points. So that's 50% of your grade will be in these 12 assignments. Another 25% of your grade will be our 12 quizzes. So we'll have 12 quizzes at 10 points apiece. That equals 120 points. Our final exam will also be 25% of your grade. So that breaks down to 50% is coding quizzes, coding assignments, 25% is quizzes, and 25% is the final exam. Moving down, we can see our grade calculation here. That should just help you sort of assess where you're at as we go through, and then this is how I'll determine your final grade here. If we take a quick look at the course calendar, we can see that I've divided this up by the date and by topic. So we can see that right now, the video that you're watching is the welcome and course description. You'll notice that there's no assignment and no quiz for the first 2 weeks. I've done this to give you an opportunity to sort of adjust to the online nature of this course, to adjust to Blackboard, to adjust to the tools that you're needing, and any type of other sort of like upfront learning that you're going to need to do in order to just simply take this course. Next week, we'll go over the tools overview and just a general C++ overview. And then from week 3 on, that's when we'll start getting our assignments and our quizzes, and you'll start seeing those grades pop up in Blackboard. Every week, my goal is going to be to grade all of your work that week so that each week you can see where you stand in the course. So each week you should be getting your grade, hopefully. And then by the time it comes for the final exam, there should be no surprises. You should know exactly where you stand in the class, and you should know that, like, I need to get this many points on the final exam. Okay, awesome. So that about covers it for the oh, one last thing. Although it does say final exam, our final exam will be a coding exam. I should have mentioned that. So although we say it's an exam, it's really going to be more of a coding project. So you're going to basically, I'm going to give you an assignment, and I'm going to give you a rubric on how much each piece is worth. So what that's going to look like is, I'll say, like, code this thing. And then your ability to touch on this concept is going to be worth this much. Your ability to establish variables, for example, is going to be worth 20 points. Your ability to code a function is going to be worth 30 points. Your ability to code a for loop is going to be worth 10 points. And so you should know that when you do your final exam, okay, well, I know I nailed the for loop, so I get my 10 points. I know I nailed the variables, so I know that I'm going to get 20 points. So when you submit your final exam, your final coding project, you should roughly be able to tally up in your head, okay, I know I'm going to get this much I know that I nailed these things, so I'm going to get at least this many points on my final exam. You can then take that number and apply it to your Blackboard grade, and you should be able to reasonably predict what your final grade would be. The whole goal in this is to never surprise you with a grade. It should always be, very straightforward. This is what we're covering. This is what we need to do. This is how we achieve our grades. I want that to be fully transparent. Anyway, I know that's a lot, but thank you guys for taking this seriously. I really appreciate your participation in this class. I'm really excited to teach it. I hope you have a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to begin. Thanks.